Ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, how dare you sit here as we start an hour late and tell me I got prep brain and I can't log on right? The nerve.
That was me. I said that.
You're lucky I'm even here. Okay.
Bro, I just couldn't get my brain going, bro. I couldn't. Like to the point I'm like, I have nothing to say. I can't talk. So I'm like,
what I want to have anything to say, man. We still say shit.
Yeah.
We just talk.
So
you know?
I told y'all since before we started prep. I'm like, if it's a 30-minute Q&A where we all sit here and answer questions with a fucking mean mug on, we're gonna fucking do it. So even if it's fucking 50 minutes late, I'm gonna sit here. Even if it's by myself, nobody signs in, I'm gonna sit here and send links and talk to the camera. I'm dead ass, Joe. I'm dead.
Hey, this is where we needed to catch in on Zayd, saying that he would host one of the shows.
Oh yeah.
Bro. His first one
I'm just giving him as much time as possible. We already answered it on the podcast, but like everybody still keeps asking. It's Zayd is not kicked off the show. Zayd, none of that. He's just taking some personal time. Yeah, y'all got to remember, like, life still happens, right? People, I hate when people are in the bodybuilding world and they think the rest of the world just stops because of bodybuilding and podcasts. Like, motherfucker, there's still a whole world out there that doesn't give a fuck about your muscles and working out. There's real life exists. You realize that, right?
Or your next fucking meal, or your PR.
Bro, like people go, oh, why did you drop out? Guy, the bus loser. It's like, motherfucker, this person got dead family members and this and that. What the fuck are we talking about here? You sound crazy. Like, you know, these young guys compete more, bro.
Like honestly, okay. Yeah, just because we talk about bodybuilding shit on the podcast is the bodybuilding podcast.
Yeah.
Outside of this, my conversations aren't all about bodybuilding unless I'm training somebody. And a lot of times I'll train somebody and they'll talk to me about personal shit outside of what I'm with my training. So
exactly. I don't know how everybody else's life is set up, but I have a lot of shit going on in my life that has nothing to do with bodybuilding that takes up a lot of mental space, you know, and I think every grown-ass man should. We're grown-ass men at the end of the day.
So, you know, there's times that I've gone out, right? And around people that aren't bodybuilders, obviously. People that you said they used to work out. You know how you get that. Those people that, yeah, I want to start working out again. But then the conversation gets into nothing but bodybuilding. I just turn around and be like, bro, like, honestly, I don't want to talk about bodybuilding. Like, I do this shit all the time. Like, it's not, I don't want to talk about that. Like, I'm here to not talk about it, you know?
Well, definitely not with all due respect, definitely not with, like, regular people. Like,
no.
I like talking to y'all about this on here, but in general, I don't want to talk to, like, a regular person and they keep talking about, hey, what do you do for arms and shit like that?
Well, bro, it's funny. Like even myself, that podcast where I was on for like 20 minutes and I fucking logged off out of nowhere. That was life doing life shit. People thought they related it to the podcast. Like, oh, Joe doesn't like Alyssa or whatever.
Oh yeah,
I'm like, you fucking idiots. Like, there's
like
going on in the background that it doesn't have to be part of the platform, you know.
That's just like a weird social media thing that people do, you know. You remember I used to make videos with Konevsky with fitness, right? Like when he used to do the fitness channel, and then he stopped and he starts doing pranks, and it's like, oh, those guys are beefing. I knew it, and it's like, but he don't even make workout videos. Like, what do you want me to do? Start pranking people? Like, what? It's weird. Like, oh, they for a long time, everybody, oh, they're beefing. Oh, they're beefing. I'm like, but what? That channel has been long gone. But how are we still beefing? Like 5 years later? It's the weirdest thing. But social media,
the only one beefing here is Stu. Constantly.
Dude, I knew you were gonna say that before.
I see what you did with that, Joe. I see what you did.
Oh! I just caught on. I'm a little slower.
You're real slow, man. Jesus.
I'm for sure slow.
He's waiting for that Adderall to kick in.
I didn't do the Adderall today, bro. I think
Me neither.
I gotta take a break. I have to take a break. I mean, you would hope so. I've been taking. I don't know. I don't know if I should be talking this freely on the podcast. Should I?
Fuck it, we ball.
Who
I would always
cares?
edit it.
I was up to a 30 milligram quick release, basically every training day, and then somebody said it last podcast. I forgot who. Eventually, you keep taking. If you rely on some shit every fucking day, it just becomes normal. It's no longer, whoa, I feel great. It's just another day. So then when I took a rest day, didn't take it, and yeah, I felt a little tired, and then I kind of felt I came back to life. I'm like, oh, so if I just waited out, I might come back to life. I did another day, I felt great, and then on the third day, I went back down, and then I took it. So I'm like, okay, let me try to take it when I fucking need it, you know. So today I was like, I feel like I need it, but let me do a lesser evil. I did phentermine, half of phentermine, and I definitely feel better than I felt when I woke up, you know. Here's the thing: you're not gonna feel 100%, so stop trying to feel 100%. You go for 100, like with the peaking. If you're 95%, you try to hit out the park, probably gonna fall back down. So if you can feel 80%, 2 weeks out, 3 weeks out, take that. Don't try to be like, let me take this and feel 100%. You ain't gonna feel 100%. You might just feel worse, right? So
I think feeling good is habit forming, right? So like you do something once, like, oh, that made me feel good. And the next day you don't need it, but because you're like, oh, it made me feel good yesterday, you're just gonna take it out of habit.
Exactly.
You just described addiction.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, it's kind of funny how like certain drugs, like it's okay if you do that. Like coffee,
I agree.
Everyone drinks coffee, right?
You could be addicted to coffee, no problem.
Yeah, and some people even think that way about like alcohol. You know, it's like, yeah, you have
a lot of people.
Couple beers when you come home from work. That's normal, right? You just wind down, right? Meth, that's not okay. Heroin, that's not okay. But like, you still have like functional addicts out there who like work regular jobs and have families, and they got $100 a day habit, you know, with heroin or something. You know, it always kind of leads the same place. But
yeah,
you know,
it's just funny how we like dice, you know, we're like, this is okay.
What's
But
okay?
you don't end up on the street from drinking coffee. So that's the difference there.
Yeah, like who's to draw the line? I guess it's up to us, right? You notice how bodybuilders, it's like you talk about steroids, everybody's cool. Talk about GH, everybody's cool. You bring up insulin, maybe a couple people get uncomfortable, or you start bringing up SEOs. Oh, Synthol, and everybody says, "Oh, me? Oh, I tried it once, one time back in college." All of a sudden, everybody gets weird, right? So it's like there's things that are for something acceptable. Oh, you don't need that. Do you need Tren T3 Clen? Could you not just do more cardio? Let's be real. I mean, you could. You don't need any of it. You just gonna use whatever tool can help you, right? So it's like we don't need Adderall. We don't need coffee. But if it helps, we'll take it. So, but then there's people that want to draw the line. This is not okay. This is acceptable. It's like it's all kind of like Stu said. It's all kind of like,
bro. Like
it.
I've talked to people about how, like, if I didn't have a certain level, or if I didn't have certain things in play, I have an addictive personality. So, like, that's the reason I can succeed at bodybuilding, right? I got addicted to it. So, you know, you realize you're addicted to gear when you can't wait to jump back on when you come off, right? Like, so when if it weren't for having a coach or whatever, and I was given freedom to take the reins and do whatever, I'd be doing some stupid shit. 100%.
I would never come off.
100%. I'd be like, I'll be cool. And I know I wouldn't, but I'm just like, you know what? And then it'll get worse. But yeah, I need certain things in play to keep me fucking straight edge. 100%.
Do you guys still feel that way? Well, first of all, have you guys ever felt that way, and do you still feel that way? Like when you hop off a cycle, are you like, oh man, I can't wait to fucking get back on?
there's times where I can't wait to get off. But then probably like 3 or 4 weeks off, 3 or 4 weeks off, I'm like, fuck, I can't wait to get back on now. I get tired of pinning myself, bro. I get tired of pinning myself.
Right now, I cannot wait to just like relax and not take any drugs for a little bit.
Yep.
Usually after 3 or 4 weeks, everything's out of your system and you're like, yeah, I don't have that same kind of punch in the gym. I'm not as full and I don't look as crazy. But like, I think once you get to a certain size and a certain point, like you don't lose a ton. You're not losing any tissue, right? You're not losing any actual tissue. You shouldn't be losing volume in the muscle, right? When you drop down to a cruise or TRT. People throw around the word cruise and it'll be like 800 megs of gear. It's like that's not what I consider a cruise personally, but each their own. But yeah, like after a little bit, like you're like, I don't have that same kind of oomph, but I still feel fine, mentally, physically. I'm not getting super weak, it stuff kind of holds together a lot better when you've been bigger for longer, I think.
I feel amazing whenever I go back to my TRT dose.
I
really do.
Everything feels better. Sleep feels better. Like overall, just your health. You know what I mean?
Yeah, typically fall back on food a bit too. So it always just feels that like I do enjoy the phase, but towards the end, like say I've been off for like 6 weeks, I'm like, I really want to go back on soon. That's where it really starts getting me.
6 weeks is usually where my recovery starts to go down a little bit, where maybe like I start getting some elbow pain and I feel like I'm not recovering from the session. But if you're doing it right, like Stu said, you should not be losing any tissue to the point that this past cruise, I actually feel like I gained tissue because of the growth, honestly, if I'm being honest. So
nobody says you have to come off a growth hormone when you're on a cruise.
That's the part everybody likes to leave out,
I'll leave that in. I never come off it.
You must have stay on insulin too, shit.
Yeah.
You could.
One thing I do, after about 4 weeks, when you start like feeling that decline in stamina a bit, because I lose stamina after a while.
Mine gets better.
Just do mine doesn't. So like my strength doesn't carry over the whole workout. If I do like an all-out set.
I'm sorry. I thought you meant like your endurance. You mean like okay?
No. Like muscular endurance.
Okay, got you.
Yeah, no, I feel great the whole way through. I can keep going. It's just as far as like actually getting something out of it. Like eventually, I changed my training over back to like kind of like a top set and walk away. I'll reach a peak weight and then just call it at that. Because I let that my body like take a break from the training itself too. I don't try to grow in that phase at all, if that makes sense.
Yeah, realistically, you're not really going to. And it's a chance to give your whole system a bit of a break. Like you mentioned, Joe, bring your food down a little bit, bring your drugs down, maybe back off your training and make sure everything's feeling good and not like creaky and shitty going into your next push. Because if you're going into that with like a ton of inflammation and damage to your joints, like that's not a good starting point.
Well,
somebody's gonna give.
It's funny you say
it's terrible.
It's funny you say that because there's been cruises where I've tried to intentionally let me train just as heavy, let me get stronger, and let me try to add muscle, and I did get stronger, but I didn't add muscle. The time I added muscle was this past one when I actually backed off a bit. You're supposed to be like you said. You're supposed to be recovering. There's a reason why you're doing it. Every phase can't be geared toward adding muscle. Same thing with prep. It used to be like prep. Let me try to add muscle in prep. All you do is not get in shape. So same with cruise. If you're trying to add muscle in cruise, like that's the goal. Well, shouldn't the goal be getting healthier? Like you have to have one goal at a time. You can't be like, at all points of the year, I want to be as juicy as possible. This is why people are cruising on 500 tests. That's not what you want to do. Take that time to recover. And like I said, you might actually gain muscle when you actually recover. That's something that's hard to grasp when you're in your 20s, you know?
Yeah,
I guess
people don't realize it's so hard to gain muscle. Like it's really hard to put on muscle. It is like to push yourself to the point where you actually grow new muscle tissue. And but it does not take much to hold on to what already exists. So during the health phase, like you treat it like you said, a health phase, and just keep your muscle. That's it. You know, like train enough to get healthier, like literally physically, like with your joints and stuff. Give them a break, and yeah, just keep your muscle. That's it. That's the goal.
People freak out when they lose that initial water weight, right? If you're getting ready for a competition and you come off a test, you come off of, I don't know, Anagel or D-ball, and you lose 5-6 pounds, you're like, wow, great, I look so much better. But in a cruise, people come off of, you know, the cycle and they lose that 5 pounds of water weight. Instead of saying, wow, I look great, I just lost 5 pounds of water weight and bloat, they're like, oh shit, I'm losing muscle. No, you didn't lose any muscle. You're not going to lose muscle in fucking 3 weeks, 4 weeks. You just lost extra water weight you withholding. That's it. If anything, you should look better, feel better, at least in the beginning part, before you start to look a little soft, you know. So, like Paul said, about I'm at a point where I look forward to coming off cycles. When you're younger and you're bodybuilding for fun, you just want to lift and be strong and lift the whole world. Yeah, you like being on all the time. When you're actually, if you're competing at a decent level, the amount you have to push your body, you can't wait to come off, you know. I would see like Dexter Jackson video. He's like, oh, I can't wait after prep. I don't even want to see the inside of a gym for a couple of weeks. And at the time I couldn't relate because I'm like in my early 20s. I'm like, I want to be back in the gym the next day. What are you talking about? Yeah, because I ain't never been as lean as Dexter Jackson. That's why when you actually put your body through that fucking show after show after show, like Stu's doing, I'm sure right after the show, Stu doesn't want to think about bodybuilding. He doesn't want to look at bodybuilders or hear anything about bodybuilding for a little bit.
Yeah,
Right,
no.
get the fuck away from me. Don't talk about Vancouver.
Yeah.
Don't talk about Cali. I just want to be alone with my girl and my food, and I just want to relax. The fuck away from me.
The first time I ever got in like true contest shape it was the Cal in 22. I remember telling Justin, honestly, bro, like what I just went through, it's like I don't want to see a stage for at least a year. I was like, there's no way. Like, I don't give a fuck. Call me a pussy, call me weak. There is zero chance I'm gonna fucking make it another 9 weeks to do USAs this year, let alone not be guaranteed that. I mean, nothing's guaranteed, but that my probability to win the show isn't even up there. Like, so I was like, you know what? Like, I just can't. Like, mentally, this one almost fucking broke me. It's like, so I'm not gonna. That was the first time I got in true contest shape, right? So that one hits different, bro.
No, that's the opposite of being a pussy. It's because you actually push yourself to the limits that you needed to. Yeah. You know,
if you do that, you do not want. You want to go
exactly. Yeah, it's really the other way around. If you like, there's a lot of people we know in SoCal area that do a lot of shows and are never in shape. Well, it's easy to do a bunch of shows if you're never actually, you know, peeled, right? So it's one of those things, you know. We also got to keep in mind what people have to do to get in shape can vary a lot. So I don't think we should encourage people to do more shows unless their body can handle it. If this is not a good thing, let's rack up as many shows as possible. 10 shows a year. Now you're a bodybuilder. No, now your body just kind of fucking up your body. Let's keep it a buck, you know.
Well, it's called bodybuilding too. So you do so many shows back to back. Where are you actually giving yourself time to build your body?
Yeah, you're not giving stuff anytime. Stu, we have. Oh shit! Wait, what is it? Wednesday? When is this in Vancouver? Is Saturday? This Saturday?
Sunday.
This coming Sunday, right?
Yeah.
Holy shit!
Excited.
We got 4 days.
Yeah.
Holy shit! This time fly. Okay. Where are you at right now? You started eating up the carbon?
Yeah, we're starting to bring up my food a little bit. It's still not, you know, like I think I mentioned it last podcast. Like My body's just in a different spot from being beat up more. I'm still holding water, which I prefer not to be holding, but I'll get it off of me one way or another. I'm just gonna have to do a different peak than I did for the first couple shows this year. But more than anything, I'm just looking forward to, like you said, just not thinking about bodybuilding for a little bit afterwards, which it's just been like 5 months of prep at this point. 5 months.
You know what sucks? We had Jordan on the other day, and the best time to capitalize on social media is this time, right? Let's say from 6 weeks out to 6 weeks post show. But that's the time where you want nothing to do with social media, bro. Like, you know, like you'll go on your phone, like, let me post something. And I'm like, oh no, I don't. Your brain doesn't want to work that way. But this is the best time. But unfortunately, it's the time that we want nothing to do with it. You know, I honestly, like, I try to watch everything I watch right now is just not bodybuilding related because I'm so immersed in it every day that I just want to get my mind off of it already. You know,
when it came to posting during the prep, what helped a lot was, you know how like you fall into routine doing the same shit every fucking day. So like when I would do my fasted cardio in the morning, I would sit in my car drinking my dials and shit. And in that like 15 minutes, I would post something before, like, but I was like consistent. So it was just part of the daily routine. And like, you don't think about it. It's because you park, get on your phone, do it, go inside your cardio. It's second nature.
Yeah. You gotta make it automatic, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
I had it at one point automatic that I was posting even more, but then I kind of had like that day it hit me, and I kind of made a conscious choice that this show is what I'm focused on, and I'm just getting really bad anxiety thinking about anything else. So I'm gonna just limit it so this is the focus. Whatever extra little energy I have, I'll put it on the podcast episodes, and everything else just has to wait. Everything else has to wait. It is what it is, you know. I'm sure some of my sponsors aren't happy because I'm not posting a bunch of shit about them, but I mean, I'm sorry, but it is what it is. And end of the day, I don't know. This is what you want me to do. I want to bring my best in. That's my focus. That's my focus. And with all due respect, if you don't want to fuck with me, you could piece the fuck out.
You know, for what it's worth, bro, you sound like you're sponsored and shit. For what it's worth, I mean, you kind of segregate yourself from us too, in a sense. You know, like you're not very talking around us anymore. Outside of this.
Yeah.
Hey, oh, that's so mean.
I remember back in the day, Beatty used to come into Fit Nation. Hey guys, what y'all doing? Looking pretty large.
Yeah. It's fun. It's fun, but it makes you appreciate all that more too. You know, now, like I'm really looking forward to socializing. Not right now, but I'm looking forward to being in the headspace where I want to socialize and having fun, and that excites me. That excites me. So it makes everything, even food. I learned that, like, I don't really like junk food. I just like socializing. I just like going out and socializing more than anything, you know. So that's really what I miss right now, the social aspect and just being a regular person, you know. So, but
speaking of socializing, Justin, I convinced him. He got his flight. We're going to fucking Texas, all of us.
Yeah. He just told me. Now I'm gonna try to convince him to go to Olympia. We're gonna bring him everywhere.
Honestly, I think he's all for it, bro.
USA's too, right?
Yeah, he is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so he's making all the trips. It's funny because I was like, there's no way he's gonna go to all three, but I think he's starting to like it. I think he's starting to like not being a hermit no more, because he was like blue for a minute. He was just like sequestered.
I think he just needed to find his group of people that he can really just fucking chill with.
That he really, I agree. I feel like he feels more like, I don't know. I think he feels like a closer bond to his team now. You know,
Yeah, 100%. But I think, yeah,
which is
we
great.
made him feel that way, right? You know, inviting him places and then
Of
like
course.
sitting down eating meals with him and shit, like him going to the
That-
shows, like, it adds up. You know?
I think that's how it should be, but naturally. You can't
Mhm.
force that kind of stuff. It has to
Nah.
happen naturally, and everything. And it's all been very, very natural, you know. So, I think, I think he loves it. I think he's gonna have fun. I'm gonna try to get him out of his shell even more over there. You know.
Yeah, it was funny. Like because the reason he didn't want to go was there's certain financial things he has to in place, and that he has to think about. And I was like, "Look, man, no, we just want you there, bro." I was like, "Me and Baby talked about it last podcast. Like, if you just show up, we got you." And
Yeah,
then
just
he fucking
pull
like right away, he was like, "I just booked my flight."
up. Yeah,
Literally from one message to the next, I just booked my flight.
just pull up. Just pull up. We got you. You know. I want to see like we're gonna low key get him like we're gonna work out with him. We're gonna force him to get jacked. We're gonna be bad influence. Yeah,
Oh,
do a couple more
100%.
do a couple more sets, Justin. Hey,
He's
that
still jacked though.
he is, yeah, low key.
Like,
Bro,
without
he's the
even
biggest
trying.
like 230 pounder I've ever seen. His muscle
Yeah.
bellies, man.
But like anytime he runs into like I don't know old friends or acquaintances, they're like, "Oh wow, you're like you put on some size, you competing," and he's like, "I put on zero size." What are you talking about? He just looks around. That's it. You know, everybody thinks he's low key working out harder. This man, bro, he goes on these trips. He don't work out. Like he's not here to. You know what I'm saying? He's barely working out. His diet, you guys seen his diet. this guy is not bodybuilding. That's just how he fucking looks. Yeah.
He
But-
wakes up like that.
Speaking of bodybuilding, we never covered the last show.
No,
Nathan,
what
right?
happened?
Nathan Yasha.
It was happening like as we were going, or I think they got the results as we were on Sunday.
Yeah. Oh, because the same day, right? I'm like, how did we have a 3-hour podcast and we didn't cover the show? That's
You're
a
on
good thing,
prep.
though. Yeah, but that's kind of a good thing. Let's see.
I was laughing about the stupid fucking it's your macros thing.
Uh-huh.
Like when you really listen to what we were saying, I'm like, none of that was even like relevant. Like as far as like no one was really arguing with each other and saying the same shit without understanding that they were saying the same shit. It's pretty funny.
That always happens, man.
Is that what the argument was? I seen somebody in the comments talking about that was a good argument or some shit like that.
Yeah,
I mean, there really was no argument because there was no argument point. Like Ken was just making a statement, and I would just make another statement. He wasn't even arguing about he was saying, well, if you change your food source mid prep, that can affect your digestion. I'm like, it can, or it might not. I mean, you don't know till you try it, you know. So it's not really argument. It's just what it is. I mean, if I could switch to
it was
something
just
and it might
points of
fuck me over my
views. Yeah.
yeah, you just
Perspectives.
that's all prep is, right? If I switch to cream of rice, will it be better or worse? Try it. If it's better, keep it in. If it's not, I just don't believe there's any rules, is what I'm saying. And a lot of people believe there's these rules that you have to do this. If you don't do it, you're gonna be fat. And it's like, I just don't agree with that. I feel like everybody can do something completely different, All right, let's see. What was the show called?
That was a big man, wasn't it?
I think you just you're scrolling past it.
Yeah, I see it. I'm trying to see where it starts now. And who has the best videos? I guess we could start with Stefan. That name?
Some like.
I don't think this was really close. Besides the guy that was in much better shape from behind as far as the glutes. Well, Steph isn't even showing his glutes. He's covering it, and this guy has peeled glutes. But everywhere else,
Steph was peeled, no?
I wouldn't say peeled, but he was in shape.
There was a picture where I saw his back shot and it looked peeled.
Well,
Yeah.
was it from Patrick Tour?
I don't remember.
Yeah, got that tour filter going. That usually helps.
I don't think you can call it peeled till every part of your body is peeled. I think he has crazy lines in a lot of places, like his chest, crazy lines. He has some crazy quad lines, but you turn him around from the back, the glutes and hams aren't even close. So if you're peeled, nobody should outcondition you by a mile in any body part. Or right? If you're peeled, then what is the other guy? He's dead then at that point. So
Super peeled.
so I would say he's in shape. I mean, you're probably not going to win a pro show if you're out of shape, but he was in shape. But I wouldn't say peeled.
Hold on. Did you just say you're not going to win a pro show if you're out of shape?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
I like where this is going.
No, this ain't going nowhere. It's an interesting comment.
I would hope. I would hope not, but you never know. What the fuck is this? Okay. All right. So was that an easy win? You guys, would you guys have the easy win or not really?
I thought so.
Okay. I mean, he just has a shit ton of muscle and he's beautiful shape and he was in shape. That's good enough. Yeah, like in these pictures, he looks like stupid peel. Look at the separation, and from the front, I think he really looks like that. Yeah, crazy separation. Okay, let's go to open, guys. Is this a good one? Oh boy.
How many shows has Emir done? Like 5?
Probably more. Does anybody have better videos than this?
I haven't looked, if I'm being honest.
Okay.
I just know who won and stuff.
Yeah. I want to find a better video. No, it's not it. Or at least pictures, like HD pictures. Okay, it's okay. I thought this guy looked good, Carlos from Brazil, but he got like 7th. How does he get 7th? I don't. What do you guys think about this guy?
This is the first time I've seen him.
He looked really good in the lineup. I mean, he's in shape. Yeah, his glutes are in. Yeah, he's in shape. He's big, round, full. I thought he should beat everybody besides the top 3 guys, if you ask me. What do you guys think? You got to think about the guy's physique.
I don't. Well, his hammies weren't showing right now or nothing. Like maybe his legs were not up to par. And his back is kind of narrow.
His legs were not up to par. Okay, back now. All right, I'm gonna pull up Nathan. What do you guys think?
In this, it's obviously shitty lighting and stuff, but you can still see how much more conditioned Nathan is than the other guy.
Well, Nathan definitely beats him. I'm just saying that I thought he could have placed higher. I don't think he's on Nathan's level.
No, I'm saying like that's why probably because his conditioning.
What do you got to think about Nathan's look here? Is this his best look this year or no?
This is what, his 3rd show?
Mm-hmm.
From not necessarily from this video, but from the last couple updates that he had before the show, I think he improved. I think he nailed it.
You gotta think this is his best look this year? Nobody got nothing to say today.
No, I mean I said my part.
Do you guys think this is his best look or no?
I do.
I don't know.
Says yes. I think he does.
Okay.
But not based on this video. It was more so his update pictures. Like, what was it, like 2-3 days out from it?
Okay, I'll take that. With Amir, but there's no videos of the show, bro. There's not enough videos. I want to see comparisons. I want to see the whole 9. I don't see anything. I'm gonna try a different page. I'm trying BOYZ and tries. Sulios. I don't know.
Sulio.
Which should I do? Sulios? I'm gonna do Sulios.
I was gonna say Sulios usually has some pretty good updates.
Yeah. Oh, he on vacation. He
Oh
ain't
yeah,
post
there's
nothing.
none of that fucking show. Hey, it's a
Sorry,
stew.
Sorry, BOYZ and tries.
Who,
I want to find something a little better.
who is the best bodybuilder? Have anything?
Or they might have.
Yeah, because they usually have updates up the ass.
Yeah. It's him a Bonac.
Zip by, but slow down. There you go.
Yeah, see, that was good.
Don't start talking now, Stu. Asking direct questions.
You can't
Stay quiet then.
find shit because you're too fast.
All right. Who you do you guys both got you all had Nathan beating Bonac?
Yes.
I did, yes.
Me too. He just, bro, it's like he always brings different looks. Like now all of a sudden he got this. I remember he used to be like super round, full, tight waist in Kuwait. Then he goes with like Jansen and AJ Sims, and then he starts coming in peeled, but like almost like on a flatter side. Now all of a sudden he's like 3 times the size. He's like stupid full, but he's still in good enough shape. He's not peeled like he was before. Like he's not, like his glutes aren't straightened and all that. But I think he's lean enough where he has some separation, but big as fuck. Almost
say, well, he's climbed the ladder of muscularity really fucking high at this point too. Like he's fucking huge in the off season. So maybe just having that added tissue, he can actually kind of focus more on like not trying to be blasting full, be a little more depleted, so it gives that certain look. Just having enough tissue. Like
I actually agree. I don't think they have to be this full. I think he has.
Yeah.
I think he has enough muscle that he could be like Bonac peeled and still be. If he was Bonac peeled, he would still be bigger than him. I feel.
Yeah, well, it's kind of like how Justin's whole game plan for my next showing. Like he wants me to stay tighter because he wanted me to keep all that new tissue I had and stuff, and not push the conditioning too far to where I started losing it. So now this, like, he wanted me to be big enough to diet harder, and kind of like Nathan, so I can come and fucking peel.
How we go from Nathan to Joe?
Well, because I'm saying it's a similar fucking thing.
I know. I'm just fucking with you. No. All right. We got a video here.
Fuck your baby's on one today, bro.
Yeah.
He
wants putazos, fool.
No shit.
Looking for putazos.
He's choosing fucking violence today.
I'm in full asshole mode. My fault.
I will pull out your fucking weave, baby.
No, don't tell nobody, bro. I've been working hard on these extensions, bro. All right. Let's see.
Been working hard on your extensions.
Yeah. To be honest, I think Nathan had a lot of close calls that I would have gave to him. He has 12 pro wins. I could easily see him having 16. I thought he beat Regan.
That's sure.
One or two times. I got to be honest. Nah, I'll probably give that to Beirut.
I think he has the most pro wins with the least Olympia showings of all time.
Does he? He might. Yeah, I think he only has 2 Olympias. No,
he's only made it to 2. Yeah,
you might be right.
Placed top 10 both, right?
Yeah, you might be right, bro. All right. Let's see what else we got here. You know what I love that Samson does? I love that he doesn't hide his weak areas. From day one, everybody's talking about his back is behind. And from day one, what does he always post first? Is back shots. Because now that holds you accountable to make sure you doing the work. you know,
You'll
and
also note that he is wearing pants and covering his glutes and hams, contradicting what you just said.
wait, what did that have to do with showing his back?
You said he shows his weak points
Yeah,
and he's wearing pants. Not to
yeah,
say
but
his legs are weak, but his glutes and hams aren't in shape usually.
yeah, but why would they be 14 weeks out, bro?
I was gonna say something. I was like, I don't think he's
Yeah,
understanding what he's saying.
Just noting that.
I get what you're saying, but I'm talking about just his back in particular. Like his actual back has been a weak point, right? And he keeps showing that like throughout the off season. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying
better.
like
It definitely looks better. I don't get it. Is he's part of the Oxygen Gym team, but he's not at Oxygen Gym. He's in dreary old England right now.
Oh, he was, and then he went back.
So
He wasn't back.
is he going back to Kuwait or like I don't I
would
it's so
assume
weird
so.
because like he's not there right now. He's not being coached by any of their guys. He's just with their team, you know? What does that even mean? We're
Oh, it means
probably paying him a pretty penny, hopefully, you know.
it means a lot, Stu. It means a lot. It means you don't have to pay for your food, your drugs, and you get a check and you get flown out to.
So they're probably he's probably gonna finish his prep out there, you think then?
Yeah, I mean, he
I
has.
would assume so.
How far out are we? We got like
I
what?
think
13 and a half weeks.
Yeah, 13.
Yeah, I mean, you can still handle business. I mean, like if you live in, you live in LA, you can still fly to Dubai and then come back, and you can still live your life and make money. Just at some point, you have to cut it out. But I think he has more than enough time to get it done. Shit, Brandon Curry would get there.
I was just curious if you knew if he was gonna like go back and do like the Brandon Curry thing where he's just like living there for 3 months.
Yeah,
You know?
I would assume so. That's the only way you would get the bang for your bang for your buck. But I mean he'll be fine wherever he's at. He looks like he got the hang of it, But yeah, I mean, Kuwait is a great opportunity. I think Let's see how it unfolds. But yeah, but anyway, it looked like his back. It looked like his back came up quite a bit. No,
I think it did drastically, to be honest.
I think so. I don't know. I feel like sometimes Samson gets the short stick. Like nobody has improved more than Samson in the last 3 years. Possibly nobody has ever improved like Samson in a 2-year period. But I feel like he's still pretty criticized.
Yeah.
What do you think was the difference? Just time or like guidance, like training? Like, what do you think it was that?
I think all of the above. It can't just be time because he had quite a bit of time before that.
Yeah.
And he didn't add the size. So definitely those Milos protocols, whether anybody wants to admit it or not, definitely those Milos protocols did a number.
Milos would admit it. Milos would take a lot of credit for it.
Facts. Yeah,
that's funny as fuck.
That definitely did a number. But Milos also has Regan and Beirut, and they've made improvements, but not like Samson. So it's going to be his genetics. Maybe, I don't want to say work ethic because I believe Beirut has work ethic, probably, if not more than Samson. I think it's genetics and the right formula. They have the formula now, so they don't need Milos. I mean, Milos would have probably just gave them the formula for free if they just asked without even, apparently that's he does that. So they have the formula and he just grows like a weed. He went from second call outs to Arnold Classic champions, but it's still not good enough for anybody unless he looks like Hadi at 300 pounds. So it's like,
and then when you're climbing the ladder, bro. Yeah, when you're climbing the ladder, I think people are gonna like go, hell yeah. And then when you get close to the top, they start hating on you.
Exactly. Right now, it's like Stu. Oh yeah, Stu. We're gonna get behind Stu. We all love Stu. Yeah. Let Stu win a couple pro shows. Let him start climbing the Olympian line. All of a sudden, it's like, his hair. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, trust me, I get that already.
Yeah, he get that. Nah,
So it
to be
just
honest,
gets worse.
bro, let's be real, bro. It's human nature, bro. Everybody likes you maybe till you start making them feel uncomfortable, right?
There was an
Yeah.
interview with some guy, I forgot his name, but he was talking about coming up in his business and, whatever, and how like he became like he went from like fucking low level like fucking gym worker to
Mhm.
he owns his own shit or whatever. And as he would talk about what he wanted to do and stuff and was working in silence, people were like, "Oh man, you got this shit. Like if anybody can do it, it's you." And then once he did it, people started talking to him different and shit.
Of
Like,
course, yeah.
"Oh
Yeah.
yeah, you're a big man now. This and that." And,
It kind of comes
people
with
show their true
territory.
colors once you start succeeding.
But let's be real, right? You still rather be the winner, right? Would you
Oh
guys
fuck yeah!
okay, would you rather be Phil Heath in his prime where everybody hates you but has to respect you because you're beating the shit out of everybody? Or would you rather be Kai Green that everybody loves to chant for but is getting second place every time?
I'd rather be a fucking legend.
Me too. I gotta be honest. There's only some caveats. There's a couple caveats. I don't want to put myself in a position where I'm dead or fucked up. That I wouldn't do. Okay, so with no shade whatsoever, with all the highest respects, Ronnie is one of the GOATs. Me personally, and most people, I don't think would trade that. Right. That being said, it wasn't a conscious trade. It wasn't like Ronnie said that I'm gonna fuck up my body. Right. I don't even think the injury came from bodybuilding. He the first time he injured his back was, I think, in college, and then he had bad surgery. So I'm not comparing it in that way. I'm just making a general statement. I would never want to be a legend to live like a low value life as far as dying early or not being able to live a full life. That I would never trade. Okay, so the question would you rather be Ronnie or Jay? I think we would all agree on.
I think I'd rather be Jay
Me
anytime
too. Me too.
because
Okay.
remember, there's life after bodybuilding, right?
Of course, yeah.
And that's what we all aspire to live once we're done maximizing bodybuilding, right? For that
Exactly.
life. So when that life's, I mean, it depends. I guess it's all perspective, right? Maybe Ronnie's living the life he wants to live, but who are we to say? But
I think Ronnie is happy, man. I don't think he's faking
that's
it.
why. That's why I can't sit here and tell you how he fucking feels. I mean,
Yeah,
whoever does
yeah.
interviews said I wouldn't have changed anything, even if he knew he was going to be in this position. I won't change it. Like,
Okay, now let's be real. Most people who say that is probably out their ass. They probably do regret some things.
they're already there.
I honestly don't think Ronnie has any regrets. I don't think Ronnie's talking out of that. I think Ronnie truly means it. But that's just Ronnie. I don't think any of us. Okay, would you rather be Dexter Jackson or Ronnie? And once again, no shade to Ronnie, because I think some people talk about this and they kind of almost like they're blaming Ronnie. All he did was chase his dreams and work hard. Ronnie did nothing wrong here. I wouldn't even say Ronnie is the one that caused that situation per se, because that could have legit just been bad surgeries as well. I'm just making a comparison. If you had to pick one, would you go Dexter or Ronnie? I'll go Dexter.
I mean, because you're putting your own spin on it, right? With how you are mentally. Because,
Yeah,
like,
if it's me.
Yeah, so I don't think I'd be happy not being able to function properly in everyday
Yeah,
life. I
I
mean,
agree.
but to say I want, like, I don't like putting limitations on myself, right? However, realistically, Dexter Jackson won one Olympia. I mean, 1 year in his life, he was the best bodybuilder in the whole fucking world in that moment.
Mhm.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that.
Yeah. It's like, what is it worth to you? Even if he didn't win one, is winning the Olympia worth it to you for that quality of
To be
life?
like Ronnie, no.
No, I don't know. I don't know if it is. How about Stu? I don't know how Stu feels about that. I never thought of.
Yeah, I'd probably rather be Dexter. Just for like the
You know,
longevity of it. And I think often about the shit that I want to do after I'm done with this sport, physically, especially, I want to like get into different activities and stuff and that I
Yeah,
can't do right now because of the lifestyle. But I also do want to be able to do this for a long time, for as long as I
yeah.
can and still look good. I'll be done by the time I'm 40 though, for sure, if
I,
not
I
I
would
earlier.
hope
always
so
wanted.
because you
I would.
started early.
I wanted. I wanted my career on the professional side to start when I was 30. Like I wanted to be a pro before I turned 30 because I wanted at least a decade as a pro. Like if I could get away with a decade, I'd be pretty happy with that, which gives me
Yeah,
till 40. So
yeah.
I'm kind of on the same boat as Stu. I'll go as long as my body allows, my health or whatever. However, like I think 10 years is pretty damn decent as a
Mhm.
professional in the sport.
Yeah, yeah. Like I think it's great to have like long-term plans, obviously, to think about the future. That's probably number one. But it's also important to take it year by year sometimes, right? See where you at, assess yourself. Right? There's no rules. If you wake up one day and you're like, fuck this, that's okay. If you wake up one day, you're like, you know what? Even though I said I was gonna stop at 40, I feel great. My health is perfect. Fuck it. We could do another. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like see where you're at sometimes too. I think that's important. And have people in your corner who are gonna just be honest with you. You don't want the yes man telling you, "Oh, you're gonna beat everybody." I don't know. I don't know. It's like a mix of what you're comfortable with, but also getting unbiased opinions because sometimes you can't always fully trust your judgment all 100% right. So
Yeah.
bounce things off. I think that's important.
A voice of reason is important. Like you said, the right people will tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. So
Yeah, yeah. There's so much sacrifice in this sport. It's almost like a line. How much are you willing to sacrifice? You ask most
mhm.
guys who are 21, 22, there's probably nothing they wouldn't sacrifice. They don't even care about their own mortality. By 28, things are a little different. By 30, 32, things are a little you know what I'm saying? Life changes as you become a grown ass man. Being a man is different. It's a lot deeper than just doing what the fuck you want. Sometimes you have to do what needs to get done. For everybody.
Mhm.
All right, that was a bit too deep.
Balance.
Uh, huh?
Said balance.
Exactly.
This
Balance.
is where we lighten the mood, baby.
All right. Let me check if there's anything else going on. If not, we'll go to questions. I want to keep it
Uh,
shorter. Huh?
what's his name? Eric Janicki looks pretty fucking good, bro. I just saw his
Yeah.
latest. I'm excited for
Yeah.
him.
He's been sending me check-ins. But let me see. Did he post on his page though?
Yeah. Well, no, I think it was a story. I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure it was a story. He did
Yeah, no,
that
he
fucking back double with his fucking ass crack covered by a fucking sticker.
yeah, yeah. Now
The
he
new special.
he looks great. The picture he sent me, it had the full ass crack in it, so I got to see all the all
Oh,
the
solid.
all the conditioning. Yeah.
Up close and personal.
Oh, am I sharing the screen? I'm not even sharing the screen.
No.
No.
Whoops. Okay. I don't know if I could
Hey, why
share
did
his
you say he
personal
was
picture.
onto something?
Oh, the little egg,
The
the little egg,
omelet and
the, the egg white omelet. I'm not really into egg whites, but sometimes you switch it up and it tastes good. It actually tastes good for some reason.
that's funny.
I would never eat an egg white omelet usually, but yeah, you get to a point where everything's good. And then on my high day, I tried the like a bowl of gains thing with blueberries, whatever the case is.
Bro,
I
the
can't
other
I
day,
can't
oh,
Mhm.
I can't tell how hard he is in that like side lighting. I can't tell what I'm looking at, dude.
Yeah, the lighting makes it hard, but um, what he sent me, I think it was a different lighting, and there was no filter on it. and he's in shape. I mean, you can tell by this picture he's in shape, right?
I
So,
was gonna say I think he's in better shape than he was at USA's.
oh, he is. No,
Yeah, like
there's no maybe there.
yeah.
I think he's in better shape. I think he was in better shape a week ago than he was at USA's personally.
You see
But
it
mind you,
completely in his his legs and back.
yeah. I mean, listen. I don't think there's any amateurs in Vancouver that are going to beat him. So I believe he's going to win that show. I think he's going to win the amateur decisively, and then he's going to jump into the pro show. And I'll be interested to see how he looks next to pros because I think he's a lot bigger than people realize. But he's about
His look is definitely different.
He's almost. I think he's 2 inches taller than me, but he's pretty tall. Most gyms I go to, there's a chance that I'm probably one of the tallest people, if not the tallest, and he's taller than me by quite a bit. So he's gonna project well. So I'm excited to see that personally.
Jason Coley, too. He's pretty fucking peeled.
Let me pull up Jason. Oh, Jason's always peeled. Jason's always peeled.
Yeah, he was good.
But his look looks good because I've seen him peeled. Obviously he's always peeled, but I've never seen him peeled and like round for Jason.
Yeah,
this to me,
he definitely. That's what I noticed too.
Like for Jason's physique, this is like really round, and this is him flat. So if he's flat and he's round, that says a lot for Jason because Jason is not genetically a round guy. So I think that's a great position. He's gotten fourth before. I think that's his highest placing at USA's. All right. So he's a light heavy. I say
the only shot he's ever really like just not the best is his back shots.
Yeah, but then he makes up for it in conditioning because by the time he's on stage, Jason is really smart and his coach is really smart as well. Like he makes these changes and his body, like in the next 18 days, next 17 days, his body's gonna change. Like it's like 4 weeks, which is he's already in shape. So I think because he's gonna be so peeled, I think his back shots are actually gonna look really good. Would you guys think?
I honestly hope so because I truly believe that's why he hasn't turned pro yet. Like his lat spread's actually pretty good. It's more so that back double that's the only one that I think hurts him for the most part. And then even his ab and thigh, like the abs and thighs look really good, but because of his lats, I think that one hurts him a little bit too. But he has good quads and abs, so depending on what you're looking at. But
you said he was going to be a light heavyweight.
That's where he usually competes at, as far as I know.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. But I know now. I know why Sue said that because Jason is not a short guy. And now thinking about it, he's not that much shorter than me. He might be what 5'8", 5'8.5".
He's pulling his 8, dog.
I don't think I've ever seen him in person.
Well, I guess he had a really small weight. I guess he carries his weight well then, now that I think about it, because technically at that height, I could see him being a heavy, but yeah. I think he's gonna be in, I don't know who's gonna show up in light heavies. I couldn't tell you. But I think he's gonna be pushing for the win. That's what I think. I don't know. Personally. Yeah. He's never not been fighting for the win because he's always in shape. And he has, good shape. So
hey, baby, where's your cardio at? Where's your cardio at right now? Is he bringing it? Is he bringing it down?
So I'm gonna be completely honest. He brought it down to an hour and a half. Like I think it was last check-in or 2 check-ins ago, but I'm still doing 2 hours.
Fuck you, guy. You're not worried that your legs are gonna get fucking to that point, and that's why you pulled it back?
They got bigger, bro. My legs got bigger.
Okay. I mean, I haven't.
Yeah. So that's what I'm gonna do. That's what I've been doing so far. But I think he's just gonna pull it out. He's just gonna pull it out sooner, right? So what I know what he wants to do. He wants to slowly bring it down. He's just gonna bring it down sooner and faster, and that's kind of what I want him to do. I want to be slightly ahead so he can pull it out sooner. You know, but part of why I'm doing that is that there's days where I'm so beat that I'm pedaling as fast as I can, but it's slowing down. So in my head, I'm like, gotta do the extra 30 minutes now because that wasn't as intense as it could be.
What are you using?
At this point, I'm using a bike at this point.
Oh,
because
okay.
that's the only way I can do like hit right now. Obviously, I can't do it on a treadmill. I can't sprint.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah. I could do elliptical, but because of my body weight, I'm still a heavy guy. So the elliptical starts to move and shake and it gets weird. So the bike allows me to do it properly. I usually hate the bike because I can't get my heart. I used to find it hard to get my heart rate up, but Nick told me you got to put the level down. Like I would max out the bike level. So on this one, it goes up to 12 and I would max it out, but that's a leg workout. That's not even a cardio.
I was going to say, so your legs just fucking burn out. So you can't keep, go fast to push it. Yeah. That makes sense.
In my mind, that's more high intensity, but it's not. That's just a leg workout. So Nick is like, put it halfway. So I'll put it at like 6 and then I pedal as fast as I can at 6. And then obviously if you put it at 1, you can't pedal as fast as possible, right? You can't go fast enough to keep up. Yeah. So you have to. So that's been working. That's been working. And Nick was like, you'll notice that your legs actually look better than worse, as opposed to doing it on this, because Nick already tried it on the Stairmaster, and then me and Compton tried it in the past, the Stairmaster, and the legs just disappear, right? Even with the treadmill. So on a bike, I think he's actually right. Not only are they not getting smarter, they visually they actually are bigger. The sweep is bigger. So I think it's working, man. I think it's working, you know.
How is Nick? I haven't heard from Nick in a while.
He's doing well. He's in Florida. He got the whole team thing going. He looks happy, man. He looks happy. I gotta hit him up. But he looks happy. I gotta get him on the podcast, but he's now he's in Florida time. So the hours is like, this is when he's training. So I don't know how that would work.
I think he's been going on HD's podcast lately.
Yeah, but they have a different schedule than us.
Yeah.
I would have to. We would have to do like pick an episode and do it at a different time, maybe a little later. I don't know. We'll figure it out sometime because I want to get Nick back on after prep. All right, let's get into questions, man. I'm tired.
I think everybody's tired today. I feel fine.
Why are they so hot? Is it hot outside?
Bro, I'm hot as fuck over here. I took my hat off.
So but why the fuck is it so hot?
It's humid.
It's 90 degrees.
It's humid as fuck, too.
What the fuck? I got it on 67 and it's still hot.
Yeah, my AC's going too, and I'm fucking burning up in this bitch.
That's why you need an AC and a fucking fan next to you.
For real, man. Fuck. It's fucking bullshit.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's get into it. Are you on? Funny, you guys doing here. Are you an ounces or gram person?
You know how I feel about this strongly.
I was split, but now I'm a gram person. Compton went and changed it. He didn't have to do that, but he did. He went and changed the whole thing to gram. I'm like, ooh, now that's one less thing to think about. I feel energized already. Yeah, let me up the AC. But Paul, are you an ounces or gram person?
I'm still ounces.
And I do both ounces and grams.
It's so chaotic. What the fuck, dude?
It's not. I've been doing it so long.
It's visually appealing to me.
Makes me uncomfortable. just thinking about that.
It's
300
such a
grams of
weird.
rice, 10 ounces of meat.
It's such a weird concept, but I still find myself every once in a while, like, because it's supposed to be 230 grams or 225 grams. And then if it's like 240, I'm like, wait, what is that? And I go to ounces and it'd be like 8.2. I'm like, oh, no, I can't have that. Guys, I don't know. It's weird. Like, especially in prep, we get these weird fixations. Okay.
You know what? For me, he has my cups. He has my rice at cups. It's either one cup,
Ew.
half a cup. But the way that I measure my
Oh.
rice, I always have since I started doing this shit, is every half a cup is 100 grams of rice.
Oh.
So
Well, you know what the truth is, man? As long as it's consistent, it doesn't fucking
That's what we
matter.
talked about. Yeah, we always
As
talk
long-
about that.
Like, literally, if you took a tablespoon and went like this, 5, 10, and that was 5 grams each, as long as you're consistently doing that and you're paying attention to his changes, okay, well, 10 grams, okay, I'm going to just do 2. You're going to be completely fine. That's the number, the arbitrary. That's when people say, like, oh, what's your exact macros? I'm like, it doesn't really matter, right? Like, if I'm telling you this is my meal plan, what are the macros? I mean, what's the point of knowing? So you can adjust it for yourself. It doesn't really matter. This is the meal plan. That's all it is. All right. How's everyone doing today? That's not me asking like I usually do. That's somebody else. I don't know if they're making fun of me, but somebody asking how we doing today. I think we're all tired.
Yeah, lately, so the start of this month, I had like a really good, like fucking pile of clients start, like with my in-person stuff.
Right.
So I've literally been on the fucking go, like all day throughout the day, from the morning
Oh, good.
to where I'll come home in between just to get a meal in or take a quick nap and then go. And then I'll have to push, like, I don't like training I don't like working out myself. And then having a client after. So I'll do all my clients and then I'll work out myself.
Yeah.
So it's just literally, because if I work out and I have to train somebody, I don't want to be there. I don't give them the time of day. I don't talk. I'm just like, just do this, this, and this. So like yesterday, me and Paul pretty much trained till like 8:30 at night because of my schedule. It was awesome. But then, like, if I had somebody after, I'd be like, I'm done. I'm
Oh,
going
man.
home.
Yo, like everything you just said, it just excited me, bro. Like that's so exciting to have that flexibility, work out whenever, 8:30, and even training clients, that excited me. Like to have the schedule where I'm like training clients regularly. That sounds, it kind of sounds fun. Right
it's
now,
nice because you're busy, bro. You're busy. You're productive, and like when you get home, like it's mentally for me, it feels good to like earn my tired, like not just be tired because I'm fucking lazy. Like I feel good about being tired.
And then your food too. You feel like you earn your food. You're home.
Yeah.
You get to turn on. You turn on the TV. You have a nice big meal. You feel like you earned this fucking day. You earned this relaxation, bro. It's beautiful. I feel that way to a point in prep, but it feels much better when you're like, I don't know, when you're in a good headspace. So.
Well, you talked about being a man, right? Like you're not productive. Like you feel useless, bro. That's a fucking shitty feeling.
It's the worst feeling ever. I'd rather be busy any day than feel like I'm not doing nothing.
Yeah.
Okay. Wait, what? Should pros be able to win shows if they can't enter the US? So would you would make somebody lose the show? You would make like
so I think they're talking about like
show?
I think they're talking about like Nathan
qualifications
and shit or that's stupid.
That's okay. What I can say is, how would that work? I could say maybe
always
you
give
can.
it to the runner up.
That's what I was thinking.
It's kind of like how like people qualify for the Olympia, right? Like Ian Valera back then, and he'll win like 2 pro shows and take away that qualification from someone else.
Yeah.
I always thought it was somewhat fair to have the runner up go because they're already going, So
they used to do that, you know that, right?
I didn't know that. No.
Yeah, they did that. They did that in the 90s. So you still get your prize money, which I think is very fair. Obviously, you win, get the fucking first place prize money, but in the second place, we'll get the qualify. Milo said he qualified 1 year like that.
Can you imagine how much
they move
fucking?
down.
Can you imagine how much longer the show would be if they did that? More people.
Or the Olympia?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. The rules change often, but they have to change often because the landscape changes so often. A couple years ago, we had like 40 guys at the Olympia.
That's the point.
And that's why they got rid of the point system. But now this year, we might have what, 14, 13, 14. So it's like, you make a change because it's like, what the fuck? We can't have 40 guys at the Olympia. But then you make the change, and somehow the next year, all of a sudden, it gets super competitive, and everybody's fighting for the same. And all of a sudden, you drop less than half a competitor. So it's like you almost can't keep up. I would rather have 15 people than 40 people, though. Right? Let's be real. Right? It's the Olympia. We don't need 40 people at the Olympia. The fuck that.
The top threes. The top three were doesn't have to re-qualify, right?
Yeah.
It was top five before, though, right?
It's only top three now, yeah. That's gonna change too, just because you have the top three, but then you have Brandon Curry, Ramy, Hadi, and Derek who are qualified for life. So you still have 4 lifers in the lineup. So you still got 7 people qualified every year, unless the top 3 isn't them. But the rules, I think they should change the rules on the fly if they have to. Don't make it weird or suspicious. But like, if you need to, like, if you're like, yo, we only have 8 guys in the Olympia and we're like 70% done, let's change something up. Would you guys have an issue with that if they made a call to help out the Olympia in that way, or special invite? I wouldn't mind.
I mean, it depends. It depends because I don't think it's fair to the guys that competed in prior shows that didn't have that advantage either.
That's true. This is hard, man. That's why when we make these critiques, it's easier to say because we don't have to sit at the table and think about all the logistics and all the things that to come with it. But yeah, fuck it. Let's not have a lot of guys at Olympia. I'm cool with that. But do you guys think they actually do that? Do you guys think sometimes somebody will lose because they can't make it to the US? I don't think I've seen that. Hadi won plenty of shows. Beirut's won plenty of shows. I've never thought of that. Okay.
We literally just talked about how many Nathan has won, and he's only gone twice.
Exactly. And everybody knew that Nathan had some, legal. Well, he talked about openly. Yeah. He had some legal issues. What do you guys think of Samson's story about he doesn't work hard enough? What does that even mean? How do you quantify? How do you quantify how? And it's like one person's word against. I don't think Milos ever said Samson doesn't work hard. I think he's made comments that made it seem like he would want him to work harder. But as the coach, it's hard. I don't know these people's relationships. It's hard to say. If Compton tells me to do something, I do it. Unless there's like some kind of health reason and something I can't do it. But I don't know these people's relationship. It seems like Milos' relationship with a lot of his clients, it seems to be more hands-off than we think it is. So I can't tell you who works out. I don't believe you're gonna win the Arnold Classic or be a top pro without any hard work. So
like we talked about how he was a pro for 2 years or whatever, or within the last 2 years he's made drastic changes. Clearly he's been working hard. Like, because for a while he was pretty stagnant. So how are you gonna make crazy improvements like that without working hard out of nowhere?
Hard is such a relative term. It has no meaning. It's really do what needs to be done. Honestly, you don't even have to work hard. You just have to do what needs to be done. If all you need to do, if Stu doesn't need to do cardio, does he go do cardio to prove to somebody he works hard? Or does he say, I'm not going to look better with no cardio, so I don't care who thinks I work hard or not, right? You just get the job done. The judges don't say who work harder. It's just bring the look. If you come in peeled, nobody cares how hard or not hard, you didn't work. So I don't care about that kind of stuff, right? And we don't know. We're not in the camps. Okay. Oh, Stu hasn't said anything for a while. You want to sign off or you good, Stu?
Yeah. I'm
He's
half
fading.
asleep. I'm
Yeah, no, you
Close
good, bro.
I never seen Stu fall asleep. I've been watching.
Yeah,
He's,
I tried to zoom in on him.
hey, listen,
it
you
just hit
for
me like middle of the day. I just get super tired and
Yeah.
bro.
yeah.
You 4 days out. We don't need no explanation. We happy you came on in the first place, bro.
Appreciate you, bro.
Bro,
Well, I can't do Sunday. I'll be competing, but
Best of luck, bro. It's for
Yeah,
sure.
good enough. We're definitely watching you, brother.
yeah,
Hey,
we'll
man.
see what happens. So
Stu, good luck. If we don't talk till the show, good luck, and I personally believe this is yours, whatever whatever
I
that
agree.
means. So, I'm really excited to see how you look and see the competition, man.
all right.
Kill it, bro.
Well,
Kill
I'll
it.
be back on Wednesday. Hopefully a little perkier.
Yeah, I hope so. All
All right,
right,
Stu.
brother.
See you
All right,
guys.
brother. Good luck.
bro.
Yeah.
All right, man. Yes, sir. Wednesday, that'll be the 17th, right? Okay, never mind. Okay. First, we travel. Damn, that's a mean question.
I want to know. I'm nosy.
Which pro has the worst genetics? That's mean.
There's actually, like, honestly, bro, like, if you're talking about high level pros or just pros in general, there's a lot of pros with not the best genetics.
Yeah, but I don't think you should answer that question. Okay. First show tips.
Show tits?
First show tips.
Fuck.
I
Come
can
in
start
shape.
off.
All right, where do you begin?
Okay, so let's start. I guess let's start from the top. You more than likely you don't have as much muscle as you think you do.
Yeah, that's a
More than likely you're not going to compete as heavy as you think you're going to compete. So don't worry about that. First and foremost, I would say hire a coach. I know some people say don't hire a coach or do it natural. Or, I don't know. I guess it depends where you want to go with it. I would say best case scenario, if you can, and I don't think you should even start competing unless you have your finances together somewhat. You don't got to be Bill Gates to compete, but obviously you got to be able to afford to fucking compete. So I would say hire a coach, follow the plan to the T. You don't have enough experience to be calling audibles or doing rest days. You just don't have the experience. So follow it to the T. And don't worry about the weight. I don't want to hear, I want to be a heavyweight. It doesn't matter what the fuck you want to be. It's wherever you're going to be ready at. So get that out of your head.
Compelled.
Exactly. You're going to think you lost all this muscle, but the truth is you never had that
Never
muscle.
had it.
You never had that muscle. That was glycogen and water and body fat. So those are the most important things. And then post-show, you're probably going to binge anyways. But I'm going to say be very careful and try to limit it as much as possible. If you know you have that binge mentality, wait until the following week to binge, which you're probably not going to do. So you're probably going to binge fuck anyways. If you binge the following week, it won't be as bad as the rebound, but try to follow the rebound, which you won't, but try anyways.
There's some dude, I think you might know him too. I don't want to mention his name, but he did a show like probably 3-4 weeks ago, right? Motherfucker just started eating and eating and eating. He put on 42 fucking pounds in a weekend. Or in a weekend, right?
3 days. It was 3 days,
bro. 42 fucking pounds.
Literally,
I
his
was like, whoa, that's
ankles
fucking
were
disgusting. Joe was
non-existent.
impressed.
Honestly,
Wow.
I was so worried for him, bro. Like,
You should be.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
oh my
bad.
God.
Fuck.
You know,
like, it's not funny, bro. It's not funny. Impressive because I'm like, damn, he was really fucking
Put down the
able to
food.
do that.
you know, if he went to like urgent care, they would keep him for like 3-4 days. They wouldn't let him go.
Yeah, we give him a water diuretics like crazy. Diuretics like crazy.
Yeah, they wouldn't let him go because at this point, his heart. Oh yeah, his heartbeat is probably irregular. His heart is probably full of fluid. His kidneys are probably in acute kidney failure at this point. They might have to go as far. I've seen it happen. Put him on dialysis for a little bit to clear the kidneys.
No,
Give
he
him
actually,
He actually got lucky, bro. He went and did his blood work maybe 2 or 3 days after that, after gaining that weight, and his blood work came back good.
Okay.
So I mean, he's back in check. He's gonna do USA's, but
Okay. Good.
yeah, he got lucky. He got lucky.
he got super lucky.
Cause I've seen that happen where people would get held over for 3 to 7 days, a bunch of Lasix, because these people don't understand that it's acute. Obviously, we know it's acute because it's from what you did, but these people don't know what bodybuilding is. So they're looking at it as like, if this happened to anybody else, they would be dying. They would be about to die, but you're not going to actually die. I mean, I would hope not. You're not going to actually die, but you're going to be in a very alarming state until you let the water weight off. Once the water, it's not real kidney failure. It's not real heart failure. It's acute. They just, at this moment, your heart can't work efficiently. Your kidney can't work efficiently. It just can't. So you're in kidney and heart failure just for that moment. Nobody wants to hear that, but for that moment you are. Now, once the fluid is gone, you're completely, you should be completely good to go if you don't have any underlying issues. But that's what you don't want to fucking do.
No,
fuck no. I think most of us have done it maybe once, not 40 pounds, but most of us have done a really bad binge at least once, I would say.
I think I tell people that do their first shows all the time. I says you're gonna eat. I mean, it's just even though someone tells you not to, like you're gonna do it. We all go through it. I mean, you may even do your second show, but eventually, if you keep doing shows, you're gonna learn. Like it's pretty fucking stupid to do it, you know.
Being completely honest, at some point you don't even want to do it. Like if I'm being completely honest, I have zero cravings. There's no cravings. Don't get it twisted. That don't mean I'm not going to eat after the show. I will. But I'm not sitting here like, ooh, I want to have this. I have no cravings, you know. Whereas from, a lot of previous shows, I had a lot of cravings every fucking day. I would walk through the supermarket, the snack aisle. I'm trying to avoid it and I'm looking at the shit, whereas I don't feel that right now. Eventually it becomes routine, Like this is why I can confidently say this is the first year I'm gonna follow the rebound 100%. I've never followed a rebound 100%. Maybe 60, 70%, maybe 70%. But 100% I've never did. So, but I can confidently say that right now because I just have no desire.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's do 1 or 2 more and then call it. What y'all on week? Y'all like on the last about to come out on the last week of Rebound, right? How long y'all?
Paul just asked him. It's pretty much 2 weeks left. So this is the one of those weeks. So next week will be the last week, supposedly. I don't know if Justin's gonna treat Paul different than me because Paul wasn't specific to us. So, because Justin, when it comes to me, he's always done it based on how I look. So obviously you're only going to go for so long, right? But I think he's going to keep me going myself because I haven't asked him. Because I'm still pretty damn lean, but I'm starting to finally climb up in weight. So it may vary. I still think I have like 4 weeks left.
Damn. Are you looking forward to stopping, or are you enjoying the food and enjoying the gains?
Oh no, I'm enjoying the gains because we're not pushing food like that. My food's higher now, but it's not like grossly high to where like I'm good to put down every meal, like no problem. So,
I was gonna say earlier. I was gonna say you and Paul have more of a death face than me and Stu, and y'all are at the end of a rebound, and we're a couple weeks out.
You know what's funny you say that because I saw that on camera. in this exact podcast right now. I can see myself. Like, what the fuck? Yeah.
Yeah, the other day we had Brett on, and Brett, you know, Brett is lean too, and he's just as close as me. And I'm looking, I'm like, y'all faces are leaner than me and Brett and Stu, but we're the ones competing.
I was telling Joe the other day, I'm like, fuck, dog. I said, once this shit's over, I'm gonna get some Botox and fill these fucking holes in, bro. So,
genetics, man.
I don't
man.
mind it, but I don't mind it.
Like my face comes down literally maybe three days. I mean, it comes down a lot from off season, but it's not like a death face until like a few days out.
My face gets so round. My face gets so round in off season, so I'm kind of
right.
I honestly kind of like this look myself.
Yeah, Paul's face doesn't put on fat though.
It's the thing, bro. Like we ran D-ball for fucking 6 weeks. You would think, you know, with that you would put on a little bit of weight, a little bit of water, you know.
I would prefer that though. I would prefer the lean face. No,
that's what I'm saying. I prefer
the Joe freeze.
My face is round.
It's hard to shave, dog. It's fucking too many crevices to shave.
Yo, I was thinking about shaving for the show. Then I'm like, but I know how my face is. My face is gonna get fat in like 2 weeks, and then I'm gonna have no beard with a fat face. Like nobody wants to see that shit.
Don't shave it, trim it.
Yeah. I think most importantly, like I just want to show because I only have a jawline for 1 week out the year.
Yeah.
You know, so maybe I kind of want to. Maybe I'll just shave this part. Maybe I don't know. It's gonna look weird. I don't want to look like a weirdo on stage.
You're gonna end up keeping it. I already know. 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're right. I'm gonna trim it like half an inch. But like, look, I'm just trim my head. Beep.
Yeah. There you go. Satisfaction.
Well, because the same thing Joe said. Like I've always worked. Now I'll work all the jobs I've usually worked. It made me shave my beard and keep my hair down. So I'm like, once I was done, I was like, you know what? I'm never working for somebody else again, within reason. And so I'm just gonna not cut my hair and not cut my beard. Who gives a fuck?
Bro, honestly, like that shit bothered me so much. I'm like, damn, like say I stayed there, like my whole life, I had a company dictate how I could look. Like when I want to look a certain way.
That pisses you off, right?
Yeah, like I'm not gonna look the way I want to. That's like saying like you can't bodybuild and have big muscles because we don't want that look for our company. Get the fuck
That's
out
what I'm
of here.
saying. Yeah. Okay. Same with tattoos. Because I'm like, yo, but if I get all these tattoos and I have to work a certain job, they're gonna make me. Because there was one job they forced me to wear long sleeve suits, and it'll be hot as fuck. And I'm like, oh fuck this. Like it's a tattoo. And I'm dark skinned. You can't even see it unless it's fucking super close. Like, you know what
I just have a problem with it, man, because there's literally, to me, there is zero like counter argument. I'm like, how does my look affect my job performance? I just don't understand.
It's stupid. It's stupid.
Yeah.
Okay, we're not saying you're coming to work with peanut butter in your beard, with fucking dandruff in your hair and fucking crust in your eyes. That's just looking like a fucking bum. But you having a beard, tattoo, bro, it's like tattoos. That's your skin, literally. So same way, like your color, your skin don't matter. Why the fuck would a tattoo matter? You know what I'm saying? Look how much cooler Paul looks with all these tattoos. Imagine, Paul, you can't get no tattoos. Fuck that.
Imagine Paul needs a beard.
Yeah, Paul needs some tattoos and some beard. But like,
I need a beard.
At one point, I was working at LA Fitness. They wanted me to shave. I'm like, who wants a big ass trainer, bald face trainer? That's a weird ass. Why would you? Nobody wants that. Who is that helping? Well, your trainer has to have a bald face. For what? Who? Like, I don't know. All that shit is like prehistoric to me. It's so stupid. You know.
All I know is every time I post my little transformation pictures and I show the smaller version of me because I'm beardless in those, I'm like, I look so much better with the beard.
I agree. Yeah. There's almost like sentimental value in knowing that you could do whatever. You guys know Jeff Logs?
No, I don't know.
Jeff Logan. He used to work because I used to see him a lot when I was in Harlem, right? He used to work at like, I don't know, GNC or something like that. And he had all these tattoos, and people would be like, oh, you're never gonna be able to get a job at all these tattoos. He's like, good. I don't want a fucking job.
I don't want to work.
And he's like a multi-millionaire now. I mean, he's been for some time now. He got tattoos all over his neck and all. He does what the fuck he wants. And I'm like, that's the point. Don't limit him and tell him, oh, he can't do this because fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Do it, you know, as long as you have the work ethic to put yourself in a position where you can do that, you good. But I look at it like it's a form of expression, and it's almost like
It's a piece of you, bro. It literally, it's what sets like it's your outer appearance is a representation of your inner vision of yourself.
Exactly.
Like you want to represent yourself the way you see yourself.
Exactly.
So why are you going to take that vision away? Fuck that.
I'm also almost trying to make a point to myself that because I can do whatever the fuck I want, I'm going to go out of my way to make sure I do what the fuck I want, right? Having the option to be like, I don't have to shave. I'm going to go as long as, you know, I don't know. To me, it's sentimental value. Like some people, I know people who will go buy a nice car just because they can. And it's like, I think Greg Doucette said it. He's like, do I need a Lambo? No. But I'm like, I'll work my ass off and I could buy a Lambo like a bag of potato chips. And that sounds like I'm boasting, but I'm not. I'm proud of myself. And it's almost like you shouldn't be proud of yourself. Oh, Greg, you're motherfucker. You wasn't there when I was broke as fuck. When girls was telling me I'm short and I'm a midget and I can't get no ass. So now when I'm up now, don't be mad at me because I bought a Lambo to show myself that I could do shit like this because I busted my ass, right? It's not like my mom's trust money or some shit like that, you know? So I respect it. Why not? If that makes you feel good, cool. I personally, a Lambo would make me feel good, but there's other things that I could see I could do that same thing with and feel good. A big ass house that I own, that's gonna make me feel good about myself personally. You know, so many. So I hate that in bodybuilding and fitness, making money is frowned upon. It's like the sport needs more money. We need more money in the sport. Let somebody make money and people get uncomfortable. Like, oh, he's selling supplements. Yeah. Okay, Dave Palumbo keeps talking about Fiberlize. It's a good fucking product. Yes, keep talking about it. It's a great product. He makes a lot of money from it, I'm sure. Why would he not talk about it? Why would we not talk about Dialed?
Literally, yeah, I tell all my clients about like Fiberlize.
Yeah.
And then even the dials, right? Like it's good. It's good stuff.
I was talking about Dialed before both of us were talking about Dialed before they even sponsored it. We were more careful, like, should we be talking about it? You know, but so at the end of the day, like making money shouldn't be frowned upon.
I was just telling somebody about Dialed yesterday, in fact. And they went to the Fit Nation event, right? The re-grand opening or whatever.
Yeah.
And she goes, is that the stuff you guys saw there? I go, yeah. She goes, good marketing. I said, you know what? I go, even if they sold this shit or not, I go, I'm not even telling you because they're selling it. I'm telling you, I was using it before they were selling it. This shit's just really fucking good, you know?
I'm gonna tell you something. People have such a hard time believing that honesty, right? Like, without getting into detail, like sometimes I have convos with certain sponsors and stuff, and I could tell that they almost don't believe me. I feel like they think I'm almost putting on a persona, and I'm like, no, I really don't give a fuck. This one sponsor, for instance, is like, oh, you know, I see you signed with a bigger sponsor that's more popular, so I don't know if this relationship could work. I'm like, I don't know any of y'all numbers. I don't know who's big or small. I don't give a flying fuck who's big or smaller. I'm reposting your shit because you're looking out for me by sending me free shit. That's it. He's like, yeah, but you know, I don't want to go too much detail, but let's say we both sell similar things. So I don't want to be a conflict of interest. I'm like, I don't see a conflict because I get this from them and I get this from you. I don't promote this from them and I don't promote, you know, I'll promote different things because this is what I actually use. Right. Mm-hmm. So it's like, if I'm taking, let's say BPC from you, I don't want to give it away. If I'm BPC from you and I don't know, astragalus from you, I don't see a conflict of interest. Now, as a businessman, if you think that's a problem, I have no issue with it. I respect you. As a man. No hard feelings. I get it. If you don't want to work with me anymore, that's cool. But I almost think they think like, oh, he wants to go work with a popular brand. Because I don't give a fuck about who's popular. I actually prefer when you're not popular. You're just looking out for me, and I feel like I can actually help you because now if I'm posting you, you're actually getting sales. These big companies, they don't need my fucking help. You know,
Yeah.
I don't know, but I feel like people think I'm just talking to. I want to sound cool, but I just don't care. It's more personal to me than that, right? We all need money. We all want money, but sometimes I think we all work like this, right? Would you guys agree? Like, let's say crazy way.
I was gonna
Let's
say, I think you all want to, like, at least I can speak for us three. We're only gonna want to put out what we believe in or what we
Yeah.
like want to use ourselves. So, like, even with the damn dial thing, when it was presented to me, they wanted to let me know what I thought of it. And halfway through the can, they're brand new. There's nothing behind them yet. Brand
Yeah.
new. I said, hey man, I don't care if I make any money on this. I was like, I just want my name attached to this, and I want these cans for myself. And I
I
was
mean,
like,
Yeah.
it's gonna be
I'm not
something
even
good.
sponsored by. I'm not even sponsored by them, bro. When I push their shit, you know, like
Yeah.
that's how good it is.
You see what I mean? Like crazy where they show us so much love that I'm never gonna stop showing them love. I just can't. I can't because they just been so, I don't know, they just been looking out
They've been good.
and
They've been
riding
good.
with us. So like it's like, do I go, well, this is a bigger brand, fuck you? Nah, it doesn't work that way. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying I'm never gonna work with any other clothing brand ever. That's not what I'm saying. But you have my loyalty because I fuck with you and respect you. I don't give a fuck how popular you are or how much money you make. I just don't give a fuck, bro. Even sometimes I'll be talking to somebody like, oh, you should come on the show. Oh yeah, no, I get it, man. You got to focus on the more relative popular guys. I'm like, no, I don't. I don't have to do shit. They get more than enough attention. I want you on the show. What the fuck are you talking about? Oh, really? I'm like, the fuck you think this is? Like, we're not those guys. This is not a popularity contest. We don't give a fuck about. Nobody's trying to be popular here. We're just boys hanging out, chilling, bro. I don't know. That's
Yeah.
how I look at it. I get it. I think a lot of people clout chase and want to be popular, famous, whatever. That's just not the cloth we come from. We don't give a fuck about that, you know. And that I think that's why we get along. Because I don't think
Literally,
any of us.
this was the core right here. Me, you, and
Yeah,
Paul.
exactly.
This was it. This was what started it.
Like
Or
literally.
fucking 2 hour gym conversations and before we work out, or 2 hour gym conversations after we're done working out.
Yeah, yeah. So is that we just connect shit. I'm competing against Paul, and Paul and Joe are they just being man cool and supportive. I'm like, yo, this is dope. Because honestly, before that, I don't think I experienced that. Backstage, sometimes we'll get kind of weird and stuff. So I just kept to myself. I'm like, there's no point trying because these people don't, they just want to do their own thing. And I get it, no hard feelings. But Paul was offering me cookies and shit. I'm like, yo, this guy is dope. I'm like, you know, I don't know. It's just natural human connection of like-minded people. You don't have to force it. We didn't have to. It just happens naturally, you know. And I think that's how life should work with everything: relationships, friendships, marriages, sponsorships, the whole nine. You know,
So
we
that's
talk
like
about
that saying where they say real recognizes real in a sense, you know, like
exactly. We talked about that with Compton. We none of us had to force a friendship with Compton, and some people try to do that with coaches. They try to force a friendship. That's just your coach, and you can build something if you happen to be like-minded and good people. It's gonna happen naturally, and that's kind of where all of that went. And I feel like this is becoming like some special.
And then, like you said, the industry itself. The bigger your name, it's almost like it's a blessing and a curse, right? It's like who's really about you, and so whoever jumps on this podcast realizes real quick, like not in a disrespectful way. It's like I don't care who you are as far as height in the industry. It's like we see you on the same level as everybody else. We're not gonna treat you any different, kind of thing. I think that's cool.
Exactly.
Like when Nick came on, right?
I was just about to bring up Nick.
People say, because I mean that's the biggest name I think we've had on here, currently as far as a current big name in bodybuilding.
He's literally the biggest, the biggest American bodybuilder. Right?
Yeah,
I think so.
And so people are like, dude, that's crazy. You know him. This is not. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, it's cool, but it's like he's a regular dude too. Like the motherfucker has feelings.
That's the thing. It's not about that. Nick isn't on. Nick isn't on because he's top 3 in the world. he's on because he's Nick. Both ways.
Yeah.
Like he's on because he wants to, right? Because it's like he doesn't have to do shit. And he has a lot bigger podcast that he could be on. He's choosing to be on, right? And we like him on because he's just Nick. You know what I'm saying? So
he meshes well.
Exactly. He always means well, and he's always himself. So, you know, we could say the same thing for Carlos and any other guest that you could consider big names.
I was just telling Joe the other day we need to have Carlos back on.
I like Carlos.
Yeah, it's cool as fuck.
He's just a regular. Like we like him because he's Carlos, the person, right? It's not like Carlos the bodybuilder. We want you on the show. It's Carlos the person, and I think that's the biggest difference. It's Paul the person, Joe the person, Beatty the person, and that's more important than anything. You know, Stu, Zaid, Jordan, everybody else. People first.
One thing that's cool, you know, that I mean, me and Paul are like super popular, right? But still, like when you go to like our gym, people are like, oh, it's Joe and Paul, right? Mm-hmm. And then they have this like, unless if we're new to them, they have this perception that we're going to be a certain way. And then they come talk to us and they're like, dude, what the hell? You got to chill as fuck or whatever, this and that. Yeah, man, we're people too. Like, you know, like,
people know y'all. I mean, if you guys came here, you guys came to Gold Zoo. People know y'all, you know. It's like you don't need 1 million followers to be known because it is a niche, right? So it's like people definitely know y'all, and y'all gonna see that. Obviously, we're gonna be doing some traveling and the whole nine.
Yeah.
Even at USA's, you guys are gonna see that, you know. So it's gonna be fun, man. Uh-huh.
I was just talking to Paul about. I kind of want to like at least once a month, like drive down to Vegas, like either do a suicide trip or just a 1 day and back. Like eat there. And then, like, eat a good meal there, then train at Dragon's Air, Torture Gym, Powerhouse, fucking Athletic Club, wherever the fuck. And then, you know, come back, go to San Diego, go to the gym, like, spend a day out there, do that thing. So, like, at least once a month, every month. And then, you know, show your face, you know, network that way is something I talked to him about today.
I like that.
It's important at this point. It's affordable, too, especially I was like, hey, man, every time we do that, we get a group of, like, 4 together. It's super cheap, like across the board too. So
I'm gonna go as far as to say next year, at some point, I want to go to, I think it's Stewart, Florida, and work out at that Raw and Revive gym. I forgot the other gym. Oh, they have a new gym, like a big gym out there, whatever it is. And
that's not too far from Just. I think he says about 30 minutes away.
Yeah, he told me. So that I don't know how big his space is, but whatever. I mean, it could work. Even if it's an Airbnb, it'll work.
Oh yeah, I'll get an Airbnb by spot. You know, somewhere close to him.
Yeah,
I wouldn't want fucking 4 guys imposing in his house either. You know, like
yeah. It's like, why not? This is the time to make the memories. Don't wait till you're old. And it's like when my mom used to be like, "Let's take pictures." I'd be like, "Oh, mom, stop with the pictures." And now to this day, she'll WhatsApp me these pictures, and I'm like, "Yo, I'm so happy. I'm so happy you took these pictures because I hated it." I'm like, "Oh, but now look, I can see. Oh, this is me. I was 8 years old. Whoa, this is fucking. I was posing. I'm doing the most muscular at 12. What the? I didn't even know I was watching that shit. You know, so
that's fucking cool, bro.
Yeah, man. But all right, gentlemen, I'm gonna let you guys go. I gotta go handle business. Bro. I feel like I need a break, bro. I need a break from everything.
Like, we're gonna say from the podcast, bodybuilding, a little bit of everything.
Well, from I need a break from the gym. I need a break from work. Now I say that about work, and after like 2 days, I want to work again. But I'm probably not gonna miss no episodes. But I want like 3-4 days where I don't have to think about anything. Because it's like it's always just nonstop, and it's good for now because what I'm gonna do, sit here hungry? What would I be doing? Just hungry. So
the busier the better.
But after this,
you're 2 weeks away, bro. You're 2 weeks away after the show. Take your break.
So that Texas trip, I want to get in a lot of content there. So I'm gonna save my brain energy. That week after the show, I think I'm gonna do nothing. think I'm gonna do nothing at all. Nothing. No injections.
You're gonna go fucking nuts after like 3 days, bro. Let's be real.
You know what's funny? You know, I don't say this out loud, but I say this to myself every show, and I don't make it past 3 days. Paul got on. It's always that third day. I'm like, nah, I gotta go to the gym. I gotta.
You figure 1 day you're cool, 2 day you're cool, the third day you're like, what the fuck am I doing with myself?
Bro,
I'm a fucking loser. I need to do something.
you know what's funny? You guys did that full body workout. That's what I usually do. I'll take 3 days off, but I can't take it. Then I'll hit a full body workout.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, I mean, like, I feel like because all that fatigue I felt goes out the window once you start eating, like, because you have that dinner, and then the next day you start off with a fucking breakfast, and then you have all this energy for the workouts. You're like, I kind of want to work out.
Yeah,
and then, yeah, bro. So,
and before that, you've been carbing up since Wednesday.
so you feel fucking good.
And that workout pump is fucking sick, you know, like
exactly. And you look badass, so it's like really motivating.
And then the mental stress is off. Honestly, like after prejudging, the mental stress is pretty much off after that point.
Yeah, it's over.
And then you're like, you know what? I could go work out right now.
I literally talked about after my very first show, I did that. Literally after the show, I went back to the hotel room. I drank some Gatorade, and there was a Choose Fitness right next to it, next to the hotel. And I was like, I'm going to go do a full body workout or some shit.
Yeah.
So I did.
I did that at USA's because we had a day apart. And I was so flat that I was like, okay, let me go eat now. And I ate and filled out, but I felt like I had to get blood moving, right? Think about it. You've been starving yourself, and you finally eat, and it's kind of just sitting there. I'm like, So I went to Torture, got some blood moving, you know.
Yeah, bro. Okay.
But gentlemen, thanks for coming on, man. Almost didn't happen. Episode almost didn't happen, but I think we're gonna make it. I think we're gonna be able to do it all the way until the weekend of the show, I guess.
Oh, yeah. I was just gonna say, you literally have only 2 more shows left, Sunday and Wednesday.
Yeah,
if you do that,
we're ready to go, baby.
Do you? So I did at Fit Nation.
Mm-hmm.
But you know that room when you walk downstairs, that one in the corner?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, that room's open again. There's nothing in there. So I talked to Junior and I was like, hey man, like, you know, can we do a live podcast here? And he goes, yeah. I goes, USA's is around the corner. I go, I don't know who's traveling down here for USA's, Justin or whatever. But we could do it at my house if you want to. But if you want to do a live podcast on Sunday.
We gotta do it at one point. Yeah.
We're supposed to do it for the cow, remember? And we never happened.
Yeah.
Well, no one was there.
Yeah, everyone left.
Yeah. All right, let's see. I don't want to put too much on my plate yet, but at some point we got to do live, you know. And then we're gonna make it like a regular thing, you know, probably Olympia, and then I don't know, whatever show.
Yeah.
All right, gentlemen.
All right, brother.
You already know.
We'll talk to you
later.